Hi everybody. Back pain relief medications. Are we very aware of that? Do we know what we should be taking for ourselves? What's out there? Why we're taking them? There are so many questions. Before that, let me just introduce myself. I'm Michael. If you don't know me yet, I work in the back pain space, and I'm here to help you guys out with anything back pain, lower back pain related. Um, and so over the years, I've had my own pain too. I've had chronic pain, and I've had to use opioids. I've had to endure those times of drug use that I wish I didn't have to use. Um, and the thing is there's a fine line between um, taking one too many drugs and then taking very little. And I know that taking way too much, it's like once you pass that, it can become very addicting. Once you take, even if you take a lesser amount over time, you're going to become addicted. It's just going to take more time than speeding up the process. But, when we're talking about back pain relief medications, there's also natural treatments, which I'll get to in a little bit. But I'm going to first talk about how back pain relief medications like opioids, painkillers, and NSAIDs and acetaminophen, which really doesn't help, but um, there are drugs out there, hydrocodone, oxycodone, and I'm not going to name all of them, but um, you know, I'll have an article to that linked in the description below that you can actually access that my opioids page, and it gives you everything about opioids, and it talks all about NSAIDs, acetaminophen, and the natural remedies, the options that you have, and there are just so many of them that I'm gonna give you some tough love right now. So many of you are in a reverse engineering process. So everything that you're told when you have back pain is just to start off with drugs. Go into drugs. You have chronic pain, you have chronic inflammation. Go take that painkiller. And over time, what happens is over time, you become addicted to these things, and you become dependent on them. And becoming dependent on them doesn't help your case. It doesn't help you get off of it. And and I'm going to tell you that from the start. I mean, the reason why we're in such a state that we are is because we're uneducated. Okay, don't hate me because I'm giving you that information. I'm here to give you tough love again. I'm here to be the person who actually tells you what you're missing out on, and that there are things out there. You need to get up and want to do it. I'm gonna give you that analogy that you're this person right here. Everything you know is in this little fist right here. Everything that you know is in here. Everything around you, like the walls, the ceilings, that stuff you don't know, okay? So what do you have to do? You have to open this up. You have to open up your awareness. Your awareness has to open up, and you have to start thinking, okay, there are other things, and have I thought about option one? Have I thought about option two, three? If I were to ask you, have you thought about a certain factor, and you said no, then you haven't tried everything. But then again, we also always don't know. We think we know, and honestly, we don't. And the thing is that, and I've seen this in so many forums, and I've been there, and I've seen so many people talking about how, they can't get off of drugs, and in my back of my mind, I'm trying to help as many people as I can in there. I can't obviously go in there and spam people's links, but I'll try to be around there asking people to PM me, and I'll send them the links to the articles that I make myself. And so what I tell people is that there are ways to overcome it, and I know that, and there's also financial reasons why people don't take action, because they think that if they get on a natural remedy treatment plan or anything like that, that it's going to cost them, and it is a little pricey, and it is a little expensive, but I found ways to manage that, and it's going to be well worth it if you even do take that route. So always give that an option. You have to. I mean, that's the way to go if you want to get off of opioids. And I do have a 12-day course that goes from the start of where you are to getting you off of opioids, to getting you on another treatment plan, and to getting you to a point where you don't even have to use creams or drugs anymore, and all that sort of nature. But it does take action. You have to understand that this takes action, and it's not just reading. Okay, guys? So much to this point. And I know how many of you are familiar with Spine Health, WebMD, and I like those places as well, but you have to understand that you have to take action on your behalf. And I talk about that with my experiences, and I give you step-by-step action plans for whatever condition that you have. Okay? So in this case, now that we're talking about drug treatments and drug pain relief medications, you have to take action. And in this course, it's a 12-day course, and what I have is I'm going to be talking about other remedies. I'm going to be talking about herbal remedies. I'm going to be talking about essential oils. I'll be talking about CBD oil, and then I'll be talking about kratom. I'll be talking about leaves. I'll be talking about plants and plant-based treatments. And yeah, there's that thing where you're gonna have to either take a detox or withdrawal route, and I talk about that, and I gave you all those. And even if you don't want to take action on it right now, just read through it and see if it makes sense to you. And I know it will be, and I know it makes sense because it took me a long time to create that. So I mean, it's gonna take time, but if you want to get off of the drugs and you actually want to start learning how to do things the more start to finish way instead of the finish to going backwards way, then this is gonna help you. I mean, one of the very things that I emphasize with people that I've helped in back pain in this industry is that people don't want that, don't want to be told was one thing, and two, they don't want that lifestyle change enough. It's going to take a lifestyle change, and people are not willing to do that. People don't want to. People who are older, yes, I can understand, they're already set in their ways, but you can change that too. And there's people who are younger who are just done because they don't know anything else. They haven't been educated. They don't want to take that step to learn. They want somebody else to throw all the information in front of them. But it takes knowing to understand, information, knowledge, experience, and then boom, wisdom. So you got to know all those different things, and I can help you with all that. I'm going to give you a hand with all that. So if you want to know more about it, and if you don't want to start it right this second, you don't have to, but just take a look at it for what it is. And if you feel you want to start it, let me know. Thank you.